Hey, everybody. Welcome to Lady Overlander Radio. Thanks for joining us tonight. Grab your favorite drink, whether it's a coffee, cocktail, or tea, and get ready. It's Ladies' Night on Lady Overlander Radio. The Lady Overlander Radio podcast is sponsored by Frontrunner Outfitters, Midland Radio, Go Treads, Sport Keg, CB Adventure Supply, Adventure Trail Outfitters, Overland Spices, and the More Expo. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey. What's happening?
Oh, what a week. What a week.
What a couple weeks.
Yeah. Last week we had technical difficulties, power outages, crazy storms. We were both in Alabama in different parts, and we had to cancel the show because it was insanity.
It was crazy. Yeah. And it was terrible, too, because we really had a really good guest that was supposed to be on with us, and now I got to reschedule her out, and we're in November now. So I got to wait all the way till November.
I know. And then tonight, we don't know where our guest is. MIA, missing in action.
Missing in action. So you're just going to listen to us BS today.
We're going to chat about all the things we have coming up and just wait on our guest. And if he comes, great. If not, we'll reschedule him.
We'll just do our usual buffoon thing. And there's Old Man Old Truck on here right on cue.
Hey.
Awesome. Hey, Old Man Old Truck, are you going to Mountain West?
Tell us.
Are you going to walk up to us? I just want to know.
Want to know if we need to keep an eye out for you.
Who is going to Mountain West that's on here already? Chime in if you're going to Mountain West to see Misty and I. Specifically, that's the reason you're going is because you want to see us, and we know that already. So,
and actually,
Gloria.
Hey, okay, I'm going to go over our schedule.
Okay.
For Mountain West. Okay.
Oh Lord.
So
that's crazy.
At 10 a.m. on Friday, the 25th. Oh,
we want to see you.
Come see us at the Teton Overland Show, girl. Are you still going? Tell us, Gloria. Okay.
Oh, he's not going this year.
Oh, that's a far drive. He already drove all the way out to Arizona.
It was a far drive. I bet he'll be at East though, because he'll be right over there with it.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
so Friday, August 25th at 10 a.m., we're going to have a Find Your Tribe, building an overland community of women at the Ladies Overland Lounge at Expo Mountain West. So come see us Friday morning at 10. Then we have another Ladies Overland Lounge event, Beginning Overlanding, that Arla and I are going to be co-instructing. So we're going to talk all things beginning. So
all of it.
Whether you're a lady or not, come on in and we'll catch you up on all the things.
We'll treat you like one of the girls. Be all good.
For sure. Okay, and Friday at 2, I'm teaching full-time travel as an overland family lessons learned class. And that is going to be, I don't know. Oh, classroom 1.
Hey, Gen Xers.
Then we have at 4, I'm going to be teaching safety hacks for female travelers in the bivvy, which is going to be right near mine and Tara McGovern's rigs. She's going to have her Jeep there. I'm going to have my 4Runner there.
Bonnie's staying at home. Poor Bonnie.
What's that?
So Bonnie's staying home. Poor Bonnie. Bonnie's my JK.
Bonnie the Jeep is staying home this time.
She's staying home. We're flying in the 4Runner.
That's right. Okay, we've got another Find Your Tribe on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. in the bivvy. This is all in the educational area.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got top tips for overlanding as a family roundtable that I'll be on in the Roundtable Pavilion at 2. On Sunday, we're going to have the Ladies Overland Lounge beginning overlanding, a second session of that at 11 a.m. in the bivvy. And then I'll be doing a 1 p.m. class of road schooling, homeschooling on the road on Sunday. So then we'll go to Arla.
Oh, yeah.
And my boo is with me on the Ladies Overland Lounge at 11 a.m. beginning overlanding.
Yep.
Then at 2 p.m. on Saturday, she's going to be doing a whole thing on hygiene, which is important.
Y'all know I'd be liking the hygiene.
We got to have the hygiene and we got to have the snacks. If you're going to camp with Arla, you got to know those things.
Yeah. Mountain Dew, snacks, hygiene. Let's go.
Do not pass go if you don't have those things.
Don't even speak to me.
Okay, on Sunday, we're going to be doing the beginning and overlanding together. And then at 1 o'clock on Sunday, she's going to be doing an overlanding with fur babies class. So she's going to talk about all kinds of things regarding overlanding with pets. And we're going to even be talking about traveling internationally with pets. We're going to be talking about all those awesome things. So that's Expo Mountain West.
Right. Jason and Kate say, welcome back to Arkansas, Misty and family.
Thank you.
They've been out in Colorado doing all the things, and they're just back from their 1 year anniversary because they're those kids.
Yeah, we've been everywhere. Oh, hold on. Where is she?
Old Man Old Truck says, I have a big sign on the wall in my living room that says, find your tribe, love them hard. Oh, I like that.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Send pics. I want to see.
T-shirt idea.
You thought on a t-shirt? Yeah. Old Man Old Truck. You should definitely do a t-shirt and have that saying on there.
Yeah, I like that. That's really awesome.
Really should.
Yes.
Gen Xers loves it too.
Or if you want us to, we'll make a t-shirt.
Or if you want us to, we'll just do it. We'll steal your sign there and move on about our business.
Speaking of which, our new shirts and with our new logos are live on Shop Overland Apparel now, so you can go on there and order them. Yep. There's a limited quantity right now because we're just testing out the new logo and everything. And so if you want it, get it now because we have very limited quantity. Meow.
Right, meow. Right, meow.
Or Forerunner.
I have the wall covered in photos of my tribe.
Oh, so we're on there then. We have to be on there.
So those of y'all that are listening right now, have you seen the new logo or logos? There's 2.
Oh, yes.
And thoughts on that versus our original logo?
Yeah. So we've
got. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Should we keep it? Should we ditch it?
This one up here.
Yep, the one up in the corner there.
And then we've got
the LOR
that goes across the back of the shirt. So
let us know what your thoughts are on it.
Where we blended our purple and red because my rig has purple on it and Arla's has red. So we thought we would combine them. And then I like this too with the sound waves. Oh, awesome.
Gloria says, I have and I love it. They are both great. Thanks, Gloria.
Whoop, whoop. So okay, real quick, and then we can wrap up Mountain West. Tara McGovern of Rove and Reverie is going to be doing the Ladies Overland Lounge weekend thing with us. She's going to be teaching at 1 p.m. on Friday. She's going to be teaching Ladies Trail Wrenching Session.
Yes.
On Trail Essential Mechanics. That is going to be an excellent class. She is excellent. She's going to let people get hands-on. Like, you're going to love that. She's going to be tearing her Jeep apart.
She may even have you come up there and hand her tools and help and do all the things like she did at West.
Yeah. Changing tires, all the things.
Getting dirty.
So she's also going to be teaching location on Friday at 2, which is using all the tools and apps for finding good campsites and routes. And she's going to talk about beginning areas that are safe for like very, very inexperienced beginning overlanders, travelers, whatever you're calling yourself. She's going to go over that. Then on Saturday at 3, overlanding and safety when traveling solo for women. She's going to be teaching that class from 3 to 3 p.m. Not 3 to 3:50 p.m. Wow. It's not even Friday yet. Okay. So that's all of Mountain West stuff. Yes, you guys need some shirts.
Yes, you need shirts. Why haven't you gotten with Jared and Kayla with Shop Overland Apparel yet? That's where all the cool kids hang out.
Yeah.
Come on over.
They got all the shirts. They got Bats Off Road. They got Bats Off Road. They got The Day We Make. They got Lady Overlander Radio. They got some Mountain Man Off Road. Some good designs there.
Part of the apparel,
They got everybody. They got Ozark Overland Adventures. They got Experiencing Arkansas. They've got the Professor Bass and Friends.
Midland Radio.
They've got, a ton. AR Forerunner Mom.
Yeah. Yep.
All kinds.
Marlar equipment.
Yep.
We love our Marlers. Where is Amy, by the way?
I don't know.
Gen Xer says very nice. Likes the new logos.
Thank you.
Jason and Kate love it. More fitting, and they like the LOR version. How about you?
I like it.
How about you? Updated patches.
Yes, ma'am. We're working on that.
We need updated patches. That's what you're saying? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. That's time and money. We're getting there. We're getting there. We want to see how these shirts fly first before we dive into a patch. We want to see if anybody's going to buy those and whatnot. So if you love it, go buy it. Support your girls.
Come on now.
Women.
If you want the old style, you can email Jared because he doesn't have it on the website anymore, but we still have a few of these.
We still have them.
So if you're like, darn it, I really like the old style before that sunsetted forever, you can go on there and email him and say, pretty please, can I order that?
That's right. And he'll be like, sure.
We won't have any shirts with us at Mountain West because time constraints, and Jared and Kayla have some major stuff going on this weekend.
Yeah.
But we will have some. Yeah, we'll have them at the Teton Overland show, and we'll have a few other things there. We'll have some giveaways we're going to do there, and some stuff from Front Runner, from some stuff from KC Highlights.
Yes, love those people. All of them.
All kinds of goodies. And then we've got Teton Overland show is after Mountain West, and then what do we have next? Is that
we have Big Iron Overland round.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Holloway's fall show. It's a fall now. It was a summer show, but now it's moved to the fall. Yeah. After that is
Rendezvous.
East. Overland Expo East, and then we have Rendezvous in the Ozarks with Natural State Overland. That is a super fun show.
Yeah.
If you haven't been to the Ozark National Forest and been to that one, you should really, really, really think about attending that one. It gets bigger and bigger every year also, as well as the Big Iron one is really fun. They have a lot of music and good stuff there as well. Those are good local ones here.
Yeah, and we're actually going to have a tent at Big Iron, and we're going to be doing some classes.
We're going to have a little loungy lounge over there. We just got asked to do that. Mm-hmm. We did.
And we're in talks with Rendezvous in the Ozarks about possibly doing something there too. So that's more info to be continued.
That sounds good.
But I got to say it. What's Kate say?
I really wish I could attend these classes. The overlanding with our fur friends is on my brain lately. Well, come on out, girl. You was just out there anyway. Just, the way. You ain't even got to bring Jason. Just get in the Jeep and come on. That's half your Jeep anyway now. So
tell us, guys, do you want us to broadcast these classes live?
We could do that.
I will totally put Arla on the spot.
We are going to go live a few times while we're out there and throw some people on there, see if we can embarrass them or something.
If you want us to broadcast it live, comment below and let us know, and we will.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
We'll figure it out. The Teton Overland show, we're going to have an 8-person hammock in our tent.
Mm-hmm. We're going to have by the stream
cocktails. We're going to have charcuterie board items. We're going to be right next to this cute little creek, this little stream. We have a nice big green grassy area, 10 by 20. It's going to be so much fun. So if you're going to be in Idaho, come to the Teton Overland show, September 17th or 19th?
15th through the 17th.
My bad, 15th through the 17th.
And one's a fairly new one, but it is really taken off, and they have really put a lot of thought and planning into this year's show. They've been visiting other shows. They came into More Expo to Chris Holloway's spring show and worked the show, did all the things, and hung out and visited with everybody, and got ideas and took it all in and continued their planning and stuff. And they're really, really, really working hard on that.
Oh yeah,
so I bet it's going to be a really great show.
And they're treating us like the queens that we are.
And they are treating us like divas. Mountain Dew, boys. Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. On tap.
On tap. Ooh.
Oh, okay, Kate. We got you. We will broadcast the
Kate says do it, then we'll do it. What Kate says goes.
Yep.
Jason, half your Jeep. Yeah, half your Jeep. Your Jeep. You're her husband, man. Yeah, that's what happens.
Mm.
That's what happens. I mean,
Share.
my Jeep, so I don't share
Yeah.
well, but I'm an only child. I'm an only
And
child.
so was Tony. So was your husband. So I can
That's
see
why
that.
his Jeep's his Jeep. That's why we both have Jeeps, because we don't want to share. He wanted to take over mine. I'm like, no, sir. We'll just go get you your own and you can do that.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No. That's mine's.
Then we've got what else? Oh, we're
So
going to be
many.
doing some giveaways in the next couple of weeks / months. We'll be doing some on live on air. We'll be doing some on our social media. So just kind of pay attention to that. We'll be doing some giveaways at events. We found out we can't do it at Overland Expo because we're in the education area and there's a whole there's lots of rules with that. But
Oh yeah.
okay,
Oh
you get a room.
my
Get a
gosh.
room. You newlyweds.
Woohoo, I'm excited. Plus, I
Oh,
just gained half a Jeep. Yeah, see what I'm saying, girl? Go get your own Jeep. You know what? You don't need his.
yeah.
Go
Get your own.
get your own. You heard what I said. Do your
Yeah.
thing, girl. Build your own. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You don't need
Or
his.
Forerunner. Whatever you feel.
Or
Whatever's
Jeep.
in your heart.
Jeep's
Or
in her heart.
Forerunner.
Jeep.
You don't know that.
Jeep. All
Okay.
right. Let's see. One of the things we got coming up. See, we got something in November too that came up recently.
So I'm going to be doing a pilgrimage type ride from the Midwest to SEMA with Rhino Built. We're still in discussion on whether or not you'll be able to make that because it's kind of lengthy.
Yeah. I don't know. Was that October or November?
That was the end of October, beginning of November, because we're going to SEMA.
Yeah.
So basically
We'll
what
talk
this is
about
going
that.
to entail is basically we're doing like part of the Trans-America Trail and some other off-road routes. We have 4 different stops we're going to make. 1 in Oklahoma, 1 in New Mexico, 2 in Arizona, and then we'll get into Las Vegas for the SEMA show.
Yep.
We're going to be reaching out to different sponsors and things, trying to gain some funds and some awareness for missing and exploited children, human trafficking, child trafficking, all of that stuff. We're
Such a
still
big
putting
thing.
that together. Yeah. So we're going to be having companies possibly sponsor a child. We'll be handing out missing children, flyers, all kinds of things. So
Yep.
that's going to be a really cool thing that we've got going on. Again, that's on the way to SEMA, and then we'll be at SEMA. And just hanging out and checking that out and seeing what SEMA's like, because neither one of us have ever been.
Nope. We'll walk around and do some videoing and whatnots. And I don't know if we can go live there or not. We haven't really been able to check up on a lot of that stuff or what that is, but
we're SEMA virgins, so we don't know. We don't know what we don't know. Yeah. It's okay. We can be virgins. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. That escalated quickly.
That went downhill quickly.
That escalated really quickly.
Then we'll probably be doing, I don't know, when maybe we'll do some kind of informal little camp out thing in the fall at some point. We kind of had to cancel our ladies camping retreat that we had scheduled in September because we had some other things come up. Our schedule got really full really quick. Out. Yeah. And then next spring, if all goes well, we'll be doing this, Southeast Adventure Travel Expo. Adventure Vehicle Expo. I can't even remember the new Save Expo
in Florida.
Southeast Adventure Vehicle Expo.
And it'll be more again.
Yep, and we'll be doing a Ladies Overland Lounge there, and then we'll be doing More Expo because we love our More Expo and our Ladies Overland Lounge there. And
the original. That's where the original started.
Yeah, that's the OG. The OG Expo for us.
Yeah.
What else? We got anything else coming on?
Lord have mercy. I don't know. Are we? If we'll be invited back to in the Overland Expos or not, we'll see.
Yeah.
And it'll be wrapping up real quick, and you and your family will be jetting out.
Yeah, we'll be jetting out to South America.
I'll be running single in the U.S. I'll be single in the U.S.
Yeah, but we'll be broadcasting live from all over the world.
Yep, y'all will see some really interesting stuff with her being over there. You'll see this
Yeah.
background here with me. I might step outside my backyard or something, I might jazz it up a bit.
Just to mix it
Maybe
up a
I'll
little.
be driving in my Jeep and just, broadcast from there.
There you
I
go.
don't know.
On the road.
That's next year.
So we just got back from Alabama. My daughter went to space camp. She had a really good time.
It
She
looks like it.
did awesome.
Is she going to be an astronaut when she grows up?
I think she wants to be.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
she's
intriguing.
way into space. She's got all these like drawings and stuff written out and all this diagrams she's drawn and all these notes and all kinds of stuff.
Nice. She want to
She
make
loves
lots of money
space.
so she can take care of her parents.
Yes, that'd be great. Thank
All
you.
the things.
Please do that, Melanie.
Yeah.
Then the kids all just started school this week.
Yes.
Your kid too?
Yep. Tuesday. This is
Yeah.
her second day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been doing back to school stuff. And when we came home from Alabama on Saturday evening late after a 12-hour drive, there was a little puppy dog that was kind of hanging out and looked all lost and lonely. So the girls said, Mom, we can't leave her. So I brought her to the house. We've been
Heartstrings
feeding.
full.
I know. I'm like, come on. So we've been, where is she? We've
Is she still
been,
there with you?
yeah, we're going to meet her new parents on Saturday in Birmingham, Alabama. Again, going back to Alabama, driving back to Arkansas, then driving to Colorado for Mountain West.
Hold up. Stand
Yeah.
by. You couldn't find a family in Arkansas.
Apparently not. Apparently everybody in Arkansas is all set with hunting dogs, with hounds. So she's a blue tick hound. She is super, super sweet and loving and just so chill. Amazing dog. But we found her a home. There's a friend of mine, prior coastie in Florida. He's going to meet us in Birmingham, and he and his son are going to take her home because they lost their hound to old age about 6 months ago. So I think it's time. They're ready to get a new pup.
How old do you think she is?
She's 4. I took her to the vet the other day to just kind of have them check up on her and stuff and see if she was microchipped or anything. And she's 4. They said how they tell that. I guess they look at their teeth and all that fun stuff.
Right.
But
yeah. Huh.
Yeah. She's a sweetheart.
So you're running there this weekend and running back to your cabin in Arkansas to
gather the children.
To get ready to come to Northwest Arkansas to pick up your homie.
Yeah, pick you up.
For us to jet over to Colorado.
Yes, road trip.
Who needs to go international, girl? You don't need to go international. You're
I got plenty of places to go here. Yeah.
You everywhere. Oh my goodness.
So because Arla loves it so much, guys, tell us some other shows and expos and things that we need to go check out and go to next time.
Yeah, what are we missing?
Just drop them in the comments. Yeah.
What are we
missing anything?
Or if any of you do any kind of classes or have any events that you're doing yourselves or camp outs, things that might be coming up. I know that Carrie Porter does quite a few things, some wrenching things that would love to get up to something of hers, soon.
She's doing something in Hot Springs, isn't she, this fall?
Yes, she is.
Women's Wheeling Weekend?
Unfortunately, that is on my daughter's birthday.
Oh, okay.
I'm not really sure I'll be able to meet that one, so that's hard. And then, Cindy Pope's always got some little camping things going on and whatnot up there in the north. So I think we need to try to maybe make a run up there and early next year or something, maybe, and see what they got going on too. But yeah,
that would be a lot of fun.
I'd like to go to some different things we've never been to before. I mean, we already are, but this year, I've never been to East. West was my first West. I missed Pacific Northwest, unfortunately, but Teton Orleans show, that's a new one for me anyway.
Yeah, me too.
But I've been to West a couple times, or Mountain West a couple times. Always go to more. Always go to Big Iron. Always.
Those are in our backyard, so they're easier to get to.
Always go to Rendezvous. Always supporting the local peeps and stuff. But I would definitely like to see what else anybody else has got going on. Or is there any shows that y'all are going going to or campouts you're going to that we don't know about?
Yeah. Tell
Any.
us. We
We
want to
want
know.
to know. We want to know.
What
We
else?
need more
What
stuff
else
on
do
our
we have
calendar.
going on? We started a Facebook group, Ladies Overland Lounge. It's a ladies
Did.
only group.
Sorry, boys.
Um, sorry, boys. You can request to join, and we'll go over all kinds of questions and tips. And no question is a stupid question. It's just a way to build a community and network and ask the questions you may not feel comfortable asking anywhere else. So
Right.
check it out and join that if you haven't already. And
Also, you offered. We offered up Live 360 to join our Live 360
yes,
for those ladies because we've been talking about safety, a lot the last couple of months for
yep,
when you're traveling alone or with a group of women. And how important that is. It's important for everybody, not just women, but we've been talking about that a lot. So then we also did that. So we have several ladies that have joined that. So you have their location in case anything were to, come up or they need help or, it's got the accident, activation on there or whatever, if something were to happen.
yeah.
And it
It's
does
just good
work.
to have an extra set of eyes on you and make sure
Sure.
people have your back.
Sure. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that. This weekend, since y'all are going to tell me none of y'all stuff, this weekend, not to throw you under the bus, is the camp out for Okie Overland does a once a month camp out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And theirs is this weekend. It's in Tahlequah. I think it's at Arrowhead Campground. But they're going to camp there Saturday night and also float kayak there. So if anybody's local around that area, they're a great group to hang out with. They're real fun. But theirs is this weekend. So you can go to that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we won't have a show next week because we'll be busy prepping for Mountain West.
Be driving.
And driving. Yeah.
Hopefully we're there
That's
by
what
then.
I meant by
I mean,
prepping. We'll be
I should probably drive.
Girl, you
Girl.
don't know how to drive a Toyota.
I can drive anything. Okay. Michael Hayden, God love you. I can't make it. If you still lived there, you would absolutely be right there in the back door. But no. You had to move to Alaska and show everybody up. Yeah, I got that.
Jeez.
Just kidding. We're super jealous. We're dying of heat stroke down here.
Well, actually, it's been 70 here.
Okay, so the last couple of days have been lower, but tomorrow it pops right back up to mid 90s and high 90s until the end of the friggin' month.
Boo.
Boo. They teased us with a little bit of fall weather, like 56 in the morning the last couple of mornings. Like, so great. So great. Tomorrow, just back to...
Just kidding. Yeah.
Back to baking, Oh, we miss you too, Michael.
Yeah.
We hope you make it back for some of these shows.
Rendezvous, something.
Like more. Hello. Rendezvous. Hello. Any of those? Yeah. Speaking of heat. Speaking of heat. When you were in Alabama, and I was in Alabama last week also, for different ways, I was traveling for work. She was up there for her child. It was so unbelievably hot there. It is hot here in Arkansas.
But it's hot.
But there, being so close to the Gulf, I swear to you,
apparently
outside, I felt pressure in my eyes.
Ooh.
It was so freaking hot. Like one day it was, I don't remember, but I remember the heat index said it was 122, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like I'm not built like that. That's too hot for me. It was so miserable. I was so glad to be coming back last Friday, driving back here, even though it was still hot and miserable here. It was slightly less hot and miserable here. Gloria says, come to North Dakota. I'll take you ladies to the part of the state. We've had anything from 70 to 100 in the last couple of weeks. That's North Dakota. That 100 degrees North Dakota, that's a lot now.
Can we go to the 70 part and just skip the 100 part, please? Thank you.
Yeah. If you can put that in, that'd be bright. Oh, what?
Oh, nice. Very nice. Michael, are you salmon fishing? I know it's season right now. Have you caught any salmon? Do you fish? Tell me.
I love salmon. Blackened salmon?
I love smoked salmon. So good.
She says western part of the state. Really? Yeah, I guess that could be so. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just ready for
You
some
wanna
cool weather. I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for fall colors. I love the fall. I love the fall. I just love all the colors. I need the cooler temperatures. I'm done with the summer. It's too hot. You can't even get on the water. It's so hot. It's awful. I haven't. Our neighbors have
Oh.
given us a ton. Heck yeah.
Well, I mean,
It's
that's
popped out of the
even
freezer.
better.
Michael, I
Yeah.
can't wait for you to post pictures in the wintertime there when y'all just have so much snow and stuff, and I just cannot wait. I cannot wait. We can't wait to dip net next year. Yeah. That's
There you
gonna be
go.
really cool. Be some good content for sure. Yeah,
yeah.
that's on the list. The list is so long.
Where's your bucket list place, Arla? Where's one place you really want to go before you kick the bucket?
Well, it doesn't have anything to do with overlanding.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
So I've always, 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 always wanted to go to Hershey, Pennsylvania, to the Hershey Park and tour the Hershey facility and stay there for a few days. Because if you guys truly know me, then you know that I'm a chocolate junkie. Chocolate junkie. Not white chocolate. That's not really chocolate.
You get to make your own chocolate bar there.
Yeah, you can make your own chocolate bar. Like
Mhm.
the lampposts are like the top's like a Hershey Kiss. Like the town
Mhm.
smells like chocolate. I'm like,
It's pretty awesome.
so you've been?
Oh yeah,
Am I the
you need
only
to go.
person?
You need to go.
Man.
Well, I
But
was
yeah, like
stationed
that's
I was working in DC,
Mhm.
so it wasn't too far of a trip from there,
Yeah.
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
I
But
mean,
you
when I was
definitely
a
need to
kid,
go.
I lived in Northern Virginia for a couple of years. I never made it there. My parents went there. Why was I not? What?
I don't know. Oh, if you ever find yourself in California, you
Hmm.
need to go to the Jelly Belly factory too.
Oh, girl, no. I don't want none of those vomit jelly bellies or none of that
No,
weird stuff or grass or
no,
boogers or whatever oh God, I
no,
cannot.
those are gross.
Yeah. The
Thank
chocolate,
you.
yes. Yes, girl, yes. The Bahamas, yes. Let's do that too. Um, you know, a couple places. Yes, there's some overlanding stuff too. Yes, yes, yes. But I branch out a bit too. I live life on the edge.
There you go.
The chocolate. What's on your bucket list top?
My top two places would be the continent of Africa or Scotland.
Scotland?
I
You
want to go
gonna
to
wear your
Scotland.
kilt?
I don't
The
need to wear a kilt.
bagpipes?
Nah,
Is
I just want
Joe
to go to
gonna wear a
Scotland.
kilt?
Maybe,
Can you post it
of course.
on your
If he
show
wears a
coming
kilt,
here?
I'll lift it and post it. I'll show you right under the kilt.
That's on your fans only page, sweetie.
Oh,
No.
yeah, yeah. I don't think it's fans only. I think it's OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, whatever. That's how much I know about that.
Not that I would know.
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't know what you're talking
Fans
about.
only? No.
OnlyFans, fans only, same thing. Whatever. I'm dyslexic. Yeah. Well, your
So,
bucket list sounds a little more fancy than my bucket list does. So mine's
I
kind of like
mean,
childish stuff.
I'm not kidding. That Hershey factory is pretty darn
Chocolate
cool. Yeah.
girl. I mean, the
Hmm.
Bahamas isn't tied up on the list or anything like that, but yeah, I would like to go to Yellowstone.
Oh,
Do
yes.
that. I haven't been to Yellowstone yet.
It's so beautiful, but so busy.
Yeah. I see. Every time I see somebody post up about that, I'm like, it's just so inundated with people
Yeah.
and whatnot. So, well, there's several places around the United States I'd like to go. Don't really have a
Anywhere
bucket list
international?
overseas. I've always talked about maybe going to Australia or something like that because I love I love beaches and stuff,
Yeah.
as well. So I don't know, kind of hard. Who knows?
If I were you, I'd go to Bonaire. I would go to St.
Mm.
John. Where else? Those all have beautiful beaches. Oh, oh,
Jesse, look at that.
oh,
What's our guest?
there he is.
Should I add him on? Does he look ready?
I think he's still getting set up.
Are you ready, Jesse? Shake your head yes if you're ready.
You're late, Jesse.
Jesse's like, no.
No, I'm not.
I'm sorry, Jesse. I'm sorry.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
I didn't mean to send the email, but I added it right back. I just was in there getting click crazy.
Wait, am I late?
Yeah, you're
Yep.
late, but it's
hey,
okay.
that's okay.
Wait, no. I thought it was early, like 10 minutes early. This is
No,
7:35.
Central Time. Central.
What time zone are you in?
My
Uh-oh.
truck. Sorry, my Bluetooth truck.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry. I'm
you broke up. What'd you say?
I'm Central Time.
Oh,
You are on Central Time?
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
7:36 right now. So sorry.
that's okay. Misty Kate says, let's plan a
Well,
Yellowstone trip next year. Bats off road the day we make it. Sounds good.
Let's do it.
So
Oh,
we've just been kind of chatting and talking about the expos and things we've got coming up, just kind of going over our schedule. And just talking about the weather, talking about
talking about our
our
bucket
bucket list stuff. It's all good.
list trips.
So,
What's your schedule like, Jesse? This is Jesse, the Overland Chef. Everybody,
yay.
welcome.
Trying to figure out my situation. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
we can hear you great.
Okay, awesome. Uh, what's my schedule like? It is it's pretty busy coming up actually. I just got on the road today, starting the trip to Loveland Expo, Mountain West, and for me that involves going a little bit out of the way from Mississippi, going to Kansas to visit the guys at Extrusion Overland. They're completing some of the missing pieces from my cook trailer, which
Nice.
is going to be a really great addition to the trailer, where I can slide out my pantry boxes, which are some Rome cases, the 105 liters, directly from the trailer, which will be really awesome. So I don't have to like constantly pick them up and put them down and pick them up and put them down.
Yeah.
And so, and then after that, it'll be 2 days to Denver, where I'll be working with a ton of great shops and companies getting the truck ready for Expo. Um, we're working with Sherpa, with Baja Designs, Blaze Off Road, ARB and Juniper Overland. There's going to be a lot of Alpha Rex. There's a lot of cool stuff going on the truck. I'm really excited about it.
Nice.
And then for Expo, my truck will be at Sherpa, and the trailer will actually be at Rhino Rack. I'll be cooking there all weekend for the crew at Rhino Rack.
Yeah.
I write that down. Rhino Rack.
Girl, they're having their party on Saturday night. I think it's Saturday.
We'll be there. We'll find a way to be
I
there.
already put it on my calendar.
Yeah.
I'm rolling up in there. I'm gonna pick on
We're all
Levi,
about food.
Brian, and Blake, and all them guys. They're all getting it.
Yeah, no, they are having a VIP thing on Saturday night, but that won't be us cooking and catering that event. You have to have an Overland Expo approved vendor for that, and so one of these days maybe I'll be the VIP guy or something like that. But
We'll just crash the party then, Jesse. It's all good. We'll just go and
no,
crash
I'm not
the party.
smashing. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. Everyone should show
You're
up.
gonna be at Rhino Rack corporate cooking there, basically.
Yes.
Over the weekend.
Yep.
In Denver, yeah.
Yeah, but I'll be at their booth in Loveland cooking.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like it.
What's on the menu? Let's talk about that. I love snacks.
Well, we're gonna have one of my favorite dishes, which is bison short ribs, braised with red wine and tobacco, and they're amazing.
Good.
That's one of the dishes.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I'm trying.
Oh my God.
Birria tacos one day. What we call the Expo sandwich, which is just like an Italian sub on crack.
Mhm.
Everyone loves it. I think Friday night will be the night to swing by. After I feed the guys at Rhino Rack, we'll be doing like some pizzas and things like that. Anybody that stops by can get their snack on. Um, and then we're gonna do a big brunch for them on Sunday. So
Nice.
fried chicken, syrup, hash
Oh
browns,
Lord,
all the goodies. So yeah,
I
just
just gained
talking
10
my
pounds talking to
language.
you. Yeah.
Comfort food, man. Comfort
yeah,
Mhm.
food.
oh yeah, big
Oh
time.
Lord, I need that.
That is amazing.
That's amazing.
So tell us a little bit about your background. We didn't get the chance to do that yet. Let's talk about how
Sure.
you started Overland Chef and all that fun stuff.
Mhm.
So I've been working in restaurants most of my life. My first job, I was 15. I started working as a sandwich artist at Subway. That's why I make this sandwich so good. I was talking about. Um,
Mhm.
and then my mom was the great cook in the family. And when my parents split up, I went to go with my dad, and there was a lot of hit and miss meals. And so I like to tell people for survival, I try to teach myself how to cook.
Mhm.
Um, so you got to get those survival skills going on early.
Yeah.
Um, and I started enjoying it so much that eventually I attended culinary school in Austin, Texas. And after that, I just started working in some really great kitchens in Texas for some great chefs like um, Stephen Piles and Wolfgang Puck, Matthew McAllister, Tim Byers, some really great guys.
Wow.
And
Very nice.
and then in 2010, I moved to Jackson, Mississippi. And the first day I'd ever driven through Mississippi was the day I moved here. Um, and to open a restaurant with a buddy that I met while I was in Texas. And opened a restaurant called Parlor Market, which was really, really fantastic. And then about a year, we just celebrated our year anniversary, and he passed away in a car accident.
Oh,
And so it was really difficult. I kind of took the reins for a little bit, and then eventually opened up my own restaurant called Saltine, which earned me a James Beard nomination, and we were on the Bon Appetit's list of the 50 top new restaurants in the country. Then and So that was a lot of fun. I eventually sold that restaurant, opened a few others for some other people, and ran some really great restaurants in Jackson. But during all that time, I started facing some really severe burnout. The restaurant industry is very toxic.
mhm.
It's very hard, and it can definitely alienate you from your friends and family, loved ones, all that kind of stuff as you basically put the needs of the restaurant life ahead of your own. Um, in 2019, I decided that I wanted to kind of start to make a change for my mental health, and I bought an old beat up third gen Forerunner, thinking that that would help me get outside a little bit more and do some camping. I hadn't done that since I was a kid with my dad and family, and and I have a daughter. She's 9 now, but I was hoping to kind of like pass on some of those things to her, and it really worked. And I got outside and I started cooking for myself over a fire, and it really helped reignite my passion for cooking. Helped with the burnout immensely as I recentered myself and refocused on why I fell in love with food in the first place. Let me turn some lights on just in case. Oh,
There we
that's any
go.
better. Or that might be worse. Oh
No,
my
that's
God,
good.
it's me. So, uh, um, and uh, and then the pandemic hit, and the restaurant, temporarily closed, and we sort of reopened as a grocery store, and we made some pre-made meals so that people could kind of pick
Mhm.
them up and take them home. And so for the first time in my culinary career, um, I worked 40 hours a week in a basically a closed restaurant, as opposed to anywhere between 60 and 90 hours a week.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
in an
um,
open one.
but I got the opportunity to have some weekends off, and Unfortunately, during the pandemic, for whatever crazy reason, state parks and national parks and things like that, we're seeing closures. And but I was able to find some places to go and do camping and do a lot of cooking. And um, in 2022 February, the restaurant I was running um, decided to close its doors due to some COVID related rent discrepancies with the landlords. The
Oh,
rent
wow.
that was supposed to be forgiven during the pandemic, all of a
Mhm.
sudden they came shaking the tree, asking for all that money. And you know, as a restaurateur, it's really hard to make a dime at a restaurant. And then when someone comes and says, "Hey, give
Mhm.
us all this money you owe us," when it was supposed to be forgiven anyway, then that could be a nail in a coffin. So I think they're still in some legal disputes. Fortunately, that was not my restaurant. I was just running it. So I took that opportunity to say, well, I've really been loving this whole Overland thing, and maybe I can take a stab at taking what I do and I've done professionally and that I'm known for and I'm really good at on the road, and load up my truck and see where it takes me. And I wound up upgrading from the third gen Forerunner to a third gen Tacoma, which I'm in now, and got some sponsorships. And my first kind of like knock on the door was with a partner, and I said, "Hey, would you mind if I showed up to Overland Expo West and cook for y'all? Maybe we could put the truck in the booth, and I'll just do what I do." And not many people will turn down some free food, so that helped get the foot in the door for the Overland Expo thing, and it's really just kind of taken off since then. I've been able to partner with some really great companies,
Hmm.
meet a ton of people, network, things that have really led me to some really great relationships. We've done some excursions, even to Baja and things where we're basically the chuck wagon for 10 days or so. We've catered a mountain. We've catered a wedding in the mountains of Colorado for 150 people out of the Tacoma and trailer, which is pretty crazy and fun and awesome. And we've traveled to like 27 states in the last less than 2 years that I've had this Tacoma. It's at 52,591 miles now since I've got it September 2 years ago. So it's seen a lot of action.
Nice. And this
Yeah.
is your
That's
build
it.
right
Yep.
here?
That is it.
That's most of it. My truck now has a MITS alloy canopy and camper on the back instead of that bed. Other than that, that's the exact
Okay.
setup right now. Yep. So that picture was taken on my way out to Seattle, where I teamed up with Mule to get the MITS alloy slapped on. So that was just a few weeks before. I think that was in Montana. That picture.
Nice.
Yeah.
It looks really great.
Yeah.
We can't wait to,
Yeah.
we can't
So
wait
Like the
to
color.
see all that at Mountain West.
yeah, it's getting some more goodies. I'm really pumped. Next week is going to be big. So
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
not
well, we
heading
will
out till
definitely see you there.
we're heading out
yeah,
next Wednesday morning, right, Misty?
Yeah, Wednesday
On
morning.
Wednesday. Yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're
And where are
checking
It'll
out
be
y'all
fun.
based? Where are y'all based again?
Arkansas.
Arkansas. Okay.
I'm in
Um,
Northwest Arkansas. She's like I guess you'd call it central, north
yeah.
central. I mean,
Well,
We're pretty northwest still too. Just
I'll be in y'all's neck of the woods in October a few times. So
you're going to
we're gonna
rendezvous in the
be
are you
Ozarks?
going to rendezvous?
yeah. I'm
You
going to
are?
rendezvous.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be with Rustic Mountain Overland there, and then we'll be also doing Overland rally with Express Rally in the
Hmm.
Ozarks at the end
Mm-hmm.
of October. So yeah, I'll be the chuck wagon
Nice.
there too. Yeah.
Very
So
cool. Are you going out to Expo East?
of course, yeah, yep. So I'll be all on that side of the globe all the whole month of October.
Yeah.
Expo East might be my favorite expo, honestly.
Really?
It's really laid back, relaxed. The weather is amazing. Um, right across the street from the expo, there's that amazing orchard, and there's a winery. So I went to the orchard, loaded up on tons of different kinds of apples, apple butter, frozen apple cider. They had Virginia country hams hanging from the barn rafters.
Oh
And
my.
I was like, please tell me those are for sale. And they were. So the weather was so perfect that I just hung it from the bed of the truck, from the bed rack that I had there the whole weekend, and just kind of carved off of it,
Oh
as
wow.
needed. That was awesome. We made pizzas with it. The winery had some like local blue cheese, so we made a pizza with apple butter, slices of apple, the country ham, and blue cheese on it, and it was killer.
Oh my
I'm
God.
getting hungry.
Yeah.
So Arla, new plan. We have to just follow Jesse around to every show he's going to from now on. Throw our schedule out the window and just make sure
Yeah.
we're there for all the
I mean, we
cooking.
got a lot of stuff coming up, but I really like his schedule better.
Yeah. We're going to see him at quite a few of those, but
I know.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
still.
We're
So
your new besties.
I'm always looking for the, we check out restaurants, and we check out farmers markets, and try to pick up new things along the way, to add to our repertoire of the things that we cook at Expo. So
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
You said you're going to be at Rendezvous with Rustin, you said?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Rendezvous? Is this your first
That,
time?
that'll be my first time.
Natural State Overland, they're such a great group.
Yeah.
Such a great group. Yeah. We've been
I
every
think
year.
I first saw you at the Save Expo last spring.
Yep.
Were you
That
at the Save
was.
Expo you were with
Uh-huh.
Rustic Mountain? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
That was a really cool. I had a really cool kitchen setup that time. I really liked it. It was fun until that hurricane rain came down, and I wound up cooking bare feet in about 5 inches of water for a little
Yeah.
while.
God.
Yeah.
We
That
had
was over where
we
the
had this.
crazy tent flew and trapped somebody. I can't remember who it was, but
Oh my gosh!
that was
We had this
insane, those
inflatable
winds.
alligator with us, and so it just was like floating around on the pool of water under our tent. It was awesome. That was
Oh
funny.
my gosh.
Wow. Yeah, all the good things.
It's always something interesting at the expos. That's for sure.
Hello,
I love
adventure.
it. It's a great time to meet people, and who have a lot of commonality, and it just feels like a great community. I've started calling myself a carny now, though, because I feel like I'm on the
Yeah.
circuit.
Yeah. We're on the circuit too with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We feel your
Carnies
pain.
also. We're carnies also. We hear you.
Small hands
So-
smell like cabbage.
Other than doing the expos, what other projects do you have coming up? Are you allowed to talk about them or?
Sure. Well, I've got one that hopefully I'll be able to announce that I'm so excited about. I've been working on putting together for quite some time, and hopefully we'll be able to announce that very, 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 very soon. And then, the other project is just, putting a lot more into Overland Chef. So, not only could we, say someone hire us to cater anything from, camp meals to, hunting lodge to an excursion to whatever, but, we have a line of pantry items. We're really known for the granola that we've been bringing to all the expos. People are going crazy over it. Hot sauces, things like that. But there's a lot more in the works as we grow, for that as well. We really are excited about some opportunities we have coming up doing some ticketed events, where we'll partner with some other chefs and get a group, hopefully together, like say somewhere in Moab or something like that, put together a huge communal table under the stars and just like serve an amazing meal out in the middle of, a place as beautiful as that. So
Family style.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yum.
That
What's
sounds
your
terrible.
go-to camp meal that you make, like that everybody just loves?
So it always depends on where I'm at and what I've got. I lately, and this is not, I wouldn't call this a camp meal, but something that has been my most requested thing to make at expos has actually been the fried chicken feet.
Really?
Fried
Yes,
chicken
you made those
feet.
at the
Did
Save
you say
Expo.
feet?
Yep. And
Oh
so
my.
I've made them at Expo West and Pacific Northwest, and I've got some that I'm bringing to Mountain West as well. So I always make my own chicken stock, and chicken feet are readily available at a lot of grocery stores, especially Asian grocers and Latin grocers, and they make a really, really rich, flavorful chicken stock. So after you make that, the byproduct is these like braised chicken feet. Um, if you cool them down, and I just throw them in a Ziploc bag, bring them along with us, and just straight up throw them straight into a Dutch oven with a bunch of oil and fry them up till they're really crispy. Toss them with my favorite thing that I found to toss them with, hands down, is Overland Spices Intense Blend. Um,
Our boy Tate.
it is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tate, love him. But literally, I was using all kinds of stuff and trying lots of different things, and then I was reaching for whatever, and it just so happened to be Intense is what I grabbed, and I mean, it's perfect. It's got that sweet, that little tang, that little
Yeah.
heat. It is perfect. I haven't tried it on chicken wings, because on the chicken feet thing right now, but I'm sure it'd be equally as amazing on that for someone who's a little bit less adventurous, but. Um, there's a lot of people that turn their nose up on it, and once they've had a drink or two, it's easier to convince them. And then you show them, and you kind of walk them through eating it, and that turned a lot of people into believers. So that's been my most requested thing. Now, if I am camping and I'm cooking something for me, I'm going to do something over the fire, and if it's the right weather, I'm going to do like a braised beef, like stew or something like that.
Mhm.
Growing up, camping with my parents, one of the things that we always did was Dinty Moore beef stew in the can.
Yeah.
And it was always a favorite. It's something that I don't really eat anymore, but
No.
every once in a while, if I just want to trip down memory lane, I have a can. I always have a can like with me, almost always, in case I feel the urge to pop it open and have it. So I've like developed a very chefy recipe for Dinty Moore beef stew,
Mm.
and the star of the show is of course really good beef, usually short ribs or oxtails, beef shanks, things like that have got a lot of really good like fatty and collagen and things like that to break down and become really like unctuous. If you just kind of throw some lean beef and braise it, you're not going to get that really crazy tender melt in your mouth.
Yeah.
Lip smack coating feeling that you really want in something like that. Of course, carrots and onion, and two secret ingredients. Real well, a couple. Say really good, like beef demi-glace, if you can find it, which is just a really reduced beef stock. Um,
Mhm.
the tobacco that I was telling you about earlier when I was talking about those short ribs, it's a variation on that stew. Literally like grandpa pipe tobacco.
Mm.
And just like
Yes.
a tablespoon of it, and like maybe put in some cheesecloth and just kind of let it infuse, and then like remove that because you don't have all that stuff in there, and just kind of get that flavor. Um, and then a little bit of MSG, because that's the funny thing, is that's what really sends it home and reminds you of Dinty Moore, because it's loaded with stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But just for some, monosodium glutamate is basically just umami seasoning, basically, right? And
Uh-huh.
there's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways to get it. You can find like umami seasonings that are made like mushroom derived and things like that. But MSG, there is nothing wrong with it. Like there was a lot of scare in the '80s that it was causing whatever. It's just simply not true.
Yeah.
So it is a great secret weapon. You'll find it things like accent seasoning, if you've ever used that. That's basically MSG as well. But just a little bit of that in that stew really just sends it home. It really ties together like the fancy fine dining and that nostalgia.
Yeah, it's coming up that time of year that the weather that's really,
Yep.
for me, I love, crock pot meals and stews and
Yeah.
things like that, soups, all that kind of stuff, because I love fall anyway. But all that kind of comfort food and homemade breads and stuff to go with it. Oh,
Right.
Yeah, we're
yes.
having a pot roast tonight, actually. It's sitting over there in the slow cooker.
Nice.
Yum.
Yep.
I had seafood chowder from Flounders from Pensacola,
Ooh.
Florida, that I froze and
Yum.
brought back with me.
That does sound good
Right.
too. Actually, when you're saying soups and things like that, I was like, man, I'm really go for some clam chowder right now. Something I haven't had in a minute.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
love seafood chowder. Oh, it's so good. So good.
So, how do you maintain food safety guidelines and or procedures and stuff when you're on the
Mhm.
road? How are you able to do that?
So I rely on a lot of my chef training. In fact, I've taught a couple classes, one at More Expo and one at Overland Expo West this year on food safety as it relates to overlanding.
Mhm.
There's a lot of really good tips and tricks I think that will help. Um, the most important thing I think to realize when it comes to food safety, especially as it applies to overlanding, is that your overland refrigerator can be extremely dangerous if not taken seriously.
Yeah.
Um, the downfall to overland refrigerators is really um, the airflow and the way um, there really are no fans pushing air around inside of those refrigerators. Basically, the cabinet freezes on the bottom and on the sides, and that keeps it cool. Now, depending on how you load that refrigerator, things are going to be different temperatures throughout that refrigerator. So things near the walls and things near the bottom are going to be the coldest. Things in
Mhm.
the middle are going to be cold, and anything at the top where the lid is, where there's zero refrigeration, is going to be the warmest.
Yeah.
And never, ever, ever rely on the little digital gauge on your refrigerator because it will steer you wrong every time. The thermostats for those things are where the cooling elements are. So that's the
Yeah.
temperature at which it's set, not the temperature that it actually is. So bring a thermometer with you, a probe thermometer, and you can always take temperatures of the things inside of your refrigerator, whether you actually poke, through into whatever it is, or you can actually take the thermometer and sandwich it between two things, like say two bags of lunch meat, so you don't have to poke a hole through the lunch meat or something like that. You actually sandwich that thermometer between those to get a good reading on that temperature. Um, of course,
Awesome.
that thermometer will also help you when it comes to cooking your food. Making sure that things, meats and things like that, are cooked to the proper doneness. I don't know about you guys, but even though I'm a professional, it seems like when I can't cook, when I'm cooking at camp, things are always done when it's the darkest outside, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
the meals always seem to be ready when it's dark. And so if you are, slicing some chicken, you may not see, how raw it could potentially be if you
Mhm.
don't understand the feel and touch of it and things like that. So having that thermometer and being able to, insert that and get a good read on that will help you a ton. Now, um, hand washing, obviously, one of the most important things you can do. Um, you know, I have a much more elaborate kitchen than most people, and so I have a sink with running water. And I bring hand soap and all those goodies, and I can wash my hands as much as I want. In most people's cases, especially if you're really out there, water is very limited. You
Mm-hmm.
can
Yeah.
only usually bring so much. Now, my rig, the Mitts has 12 gallons. I've got 8 gallons, one tank, 8 gallons on the trailer, and another 8 gallons worth of water Rotopack. So I bring way more than most people. But if you're only bringing around like one jerry can or something like that, then it's going to be extremely limited. So I would recommend using gloves. I love using the black nitrile, like barbecue style gloves,
Mhm.
or exam gloves. Now, gloves are never, ever, ever to be a substitution for hand washing. You can't,
Right.
do something, get your hands messy, and just put gloves on and expect that everything you touch is going to be fine because now you have gloves on. You can't also expect that even though you used a bunch of gloves, that your hands are clean because you touched a bunch of things. There's going to be just as dirty as your hands would be. So changing gloves frequently and having a way to clean your hands if you can between glove changes will help. I hate taking a bunch of plastic waste, kind of products like that with me, but it just happens to be the nature of the beast. In order to stay clean, that you may have to do that with your water and things like that are very limited. Um, I also take sanitizing wipes with me so I can wipe everything down. There's a huge
Mm-hmm.
difference between cleaning and sanitizing. In order to sanitize, you have to clean first. You can't just take a sanitized wipe and wipe down a bunch of chicken juice and expect it to be, safe. You need to clean all that stuff up and then go over it with your sanitation um, in order to to be safe. So um, those are just a few basics that another big one as it pertains to refrigeration or also just using an ice chest. For those of us that still bring coolers, I usually bring both
Mm-hmm.
because ice is a proven technology that has worked for forever. As long as you have ice in a cooler, you got some cold temperature. So, but if you don't stack your refrigerator correctly, and if you put like say raw chicken on top of a bunch of other things, obviously you're gonna have dripping and juices and cross contamination as your ice melts. If you don't drain it, then that gross juice just becomes a slurry that can
Yeah.
attach itself to everything else in there. So make sure you stack things in a proper order, and that would be raw poultry on the bottom, your raw porks and steaks on top of that, your if you're bringing seafood on top of that, and then anything that's ready to eat, like any vegetables. Hot dogs are technically ready to eat, whether you cook them or not. A lot of people don't realize that bacon is a ready to eat product. It's bacon is already cooked to 150 degrees. And you can actually eat it straight out of the package, which most people consider to be raw, but it's technically not. You just don't really want to. Not a great pleasing texture. But you would stack that stuff, towards the top, so that any of that stuff as it drips down in that correct order won't cross contaminate the things
Yeah.
below it. So
That's
Very
awesome.
similar how you're supposed to make your walk-in fridge in a restaurant as well. You want to keep the
if
raw
someone,
chicken and things like that on the bottom
Yes.
I see someone
temperature.
asking if I recommend a particular 12-volt fridge.
Yes.
Um,
Gen Xer.
I've had a few different refrigerators. Little raccoon, and my favorite out of all the ones I've had so far is the ARB Elements refrigerator. For a lot of reasons, it's extremely versatile. You can leave it inside your vehicle or outside, so it can get rained on. It can get dust and sand and all kinds of things. Trust me, I've put it through every single thing, and like really just abused the crap out of it, and it just keeps going and going and going. Um, it has a ton of storage. It's at 63 quarts. One thing I really love about it is the gas strut keeping the lid on. I also have an ARB Zero refrigerator, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
why is there no gas strut on this thing? I hate lifting the lid up only for it to fall and bash me in the head as I'm looking for something. So the Elements, has a ton of really, really, really cool, thoughtful features into it. Um, but I have yet to find a refrigerator that really truly meets my needs from the standpoint of a professional chef. Our refrigerators are designed to take a lot of heat. Kitchens are extremely hot. Circulate that air properly so that you can have the lid open on it during an entire shift in a restaurant, and everything still stays like the proper temperature that it should. And I'm hoping that someone's listening and maybe incorporate some of those features into a great 12-volt fridge would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be totally awesome.
That would be.
So, how do you recommend people keep like fresh fruits and vegetables, kind of keep them fresh when you're traveling like that? Breads,
Sure.
things like that.
Depending on what it is and what the temperature is outside and all that kind of stuff. You can obviously have a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables in your pantry box. You don't even need to put them in the refrigerator. I think a lot of people go and buy a bunch of groceries and they don't think about the fact that they're just sitting, like a lot of fruits and vegetables are sitting in bins and things like that. They're not even in the refrigerated section, and then they go home and immediately stuff the fridge with all those things. And sometimes, in the case of tomatoes and things like that, that totally kills the flavor,
Mm,
of really good vegetable. So, but I wouldn't recommend, especially depending on what kind of temperatures, especially the ones that we're seeing right now, doing that for a prolonged amount of times, especially if you're, inside of your vehicle, it's going to be very hot, or if it's in the back of a truck and going to get really hot, because what will happen is those vegetables will start, putting off their own gases as they are exposed to like that kind of steamy environment, and they'll spoil much, much faster. Um,
yeah.
but if it's just for a few days, or if it's, hey, a week at, some wonderful fall temperatures, no problem putting fruits and vegetables just in your pantry and not have to take up that space in your cooler. Um, but other than that, you can actually take advantage of the fact that overland refrigerators and things like that don't cool very well at the top. You would want to keep your vegetables at the top anyway because they're a ready to eat product. And so, because it doesn't get as cold up there, they'll actually last longer because they won't be subject to any like too cold temperatures, like freezing temperatures. Like if they were to touch the sidewalls of the fridge, they could actually freeze in some spots. I always definitely keep a lot of fresh herbs on hand when I cook, and
Hmm.
my herbs definitely stay at the top. A lot of refrigerators have that little like kind of mini shelf, in the back over the compressor, and that's an
Mhm.
excellent spot for your fresh herbs.
Nice. Okay. Very cool. So,
All
the
good
last
advice.
question I have is
Sure.
when you're traveling either over state lines or internationally, what do you do about food? Because I know some states don't allow you to bring produce in and out. Some,
Mhm.
other countries don't allow you to do that. So, do you mainly just shop when you get wherever you're going, or
I
what do you
always
do?
try to do. I always try to shop as much wherever I'm going as I can because things are going to be fresher. You're going to find things in
Mhm.
season that you may not have in the area that you are. Definitely, when I traveled to Baja, there were some things that I prepped ahead of time. Because anytime you can prep things for a good overland trip, it's just going to add to the ease and enjoyment of what you get to do. Um, while you're on your trip. So, but yes, and if there's fresh vegetables and things like that, I typically buy them when I get where I'm going. So,
Okay.
but I haven't run into any issues um, anywhere. I know that, like you said, lots of states do say, "Oh, you can't bring in this certain type of citrus or anything like that." Um, I don't know if I've been illegally smuggling contraband or not, to be honest with you. I
It
don't. I
happens.
don't think I've noticed, but since I typically, don't bring a ton of produce with me until I get there anyway. Maybe I don't know. On the way back home, though, maybe
Maybe you have all the fruits and
All the
vegetables.
things.
all
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
all the yeah all the illegal things.
So, if people want to find you on social media, YouTube, all that, what do they need to be looking for? What's
At
your name on
Overland
there?
Chef
All right. Overland Chef
on
on
spaces
YouTube, Instagram. Where else are you?
and Facebook too. Yeah,
And Facebook. All right.
Wonderful.
our YouTube is kind of like in starter mode a little bit. There's some cool stuff on there for sure, but we've got some big plans for it coming up. So
Good.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on the show tonight, Jesse. We really appreciate
Thank
it.
y'all so
And
much. I apologize for being
sorry
Yeah.
late.
about the mix up with the
You know
time
what?
or whatever was going on. I don't know what
Ugh,
happened, but That's what happens when we're all traveling in different time zones and stuff. So
Yeah.
but yeah,
Awesome.
definitely give him a follow on YouTube.
Yep.
Subscribe. There'll be some great, I'm sure, great recipes and lots of
Content.
good tips on there. So
Absolutely. And we'll see you
definitely
at
do
Mountain
that.
West.
Yes,
Those of
we'll
you that are
see you
Awesome.
going.
Yeah.
soon.
I'll say
And
hey.
we will come by and get some snacks.
Well, we're coming by.
Sweet.
Probably not the chicken feet because
Not
at the Save Expo I was chicken. My husband tried the chicken feet, but I wasn't ready for that in my life.
I don't think I'm
No,
ready
we'll
either.
see.
I
All
don't
right.
know.
have
Well,
to
I'll
do
have pizza.
cocktails.
I'll have pizza for you. So.
Okay.
Pizza's
love
my
pizza.
favorite thing, so I'm down with pizza. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All things.
All right.
All right.
Thank you
Thank you
everyone
so
for
much.
watching, and thank you for contributing in the chat. And we'll see you guys at Mountain West if you're going to be there, and check us out at all the other expos we're all going to be at. Have a great night.
All right. Good night.
Bye.